Hello everybody. How are you all doing? We're back on the Hunter Classic after quite a while of not playing it. We did a video for Classic a few days ago, but we are doing a stream now, so should be quite fun. Let's go ahead and jump into probably Logger's Point to start. Let's try 9 o'clock. I don't really ever hunt at 9 o'clock, so want to test it out and see how it does. Honestly, I don't really have any goal for today's stream. We're just gonna kind of hunt around and see what we can come across. Hey, Duck, it's been going good, man. How has everybody been doing? How has everybody been doing today? Nice, Miles. Alright, let's see what we got. Got our trusty 308. And I believe I have the 357 as a handgun. Yeah, there we go. And then we got the winter camo snakebite as our bow. I'm doing pretty good, Mason. Doing pretty decent. Awesome, guys. Glad to hear you're all doing good. Mark Hooley, thank you for the super chat. Holy. Much appreciated, my dude. Thank you so much, Mark Hooley. I really appreciate it. That would be because I am, Colton. I'm still sick. Well, at the end of it. Dealing with the after effects of the Rona. Is that a doe? Yes it is. Not really, Mason. It's a completely different style of game, so you can't really compare them too much. It's not supposed to be the same as Call of the Wild, you know? And plus, it's a much older game. It's probably, I think, 11 years old at this point. So you can't really compare the two. They're geared towards very different play styles and also were made on completely different engines at completely different times. Yeah, Classic's completely free. They do give you the option to purchase equipment, though. But if you wanted to, you could play this game for completely free. And just, like, you do the missions to earn everything. I've actually got a lot of hogs. This is a crazy amount of hogs. Hey, Frantic. Hey, Johnny. Is that a buck? Can't tell. Nope, another doe. Yeah, Classic's gun system is definitely better. Free after the thousands you have to spend on a PC. To be honest, Classic could run off of like a $200 PC, to be honest. Classic does not exactly take up too much resources. I'm able to run the Hunter Classic off of a $50 GPU that I have as my backup. Classic can run off of pretty much everything. Okay, we got lots of mule deer does out there. That's not exactly what I was hoping to see, but you know what? It's what we got, so we're gonna deal with it. We're doing pretty good, tall boy. Doing very good. So there's not a single whitetail buck, which is a little unfortunate. Hopefully, eventually we'll get one coming in. Could Classic run on a laptop? Yeah, it definitely could. Hey, Aiden, how's it going? These hogs are taking their sweet time. Gotcha, Johnny. No worries. Honestly, this is not too bad of a pig. Probably high 900s, maybe it could break the 1,000 mark, but I don't think so. It's not a bad one, though. I think it's definitely the best one here. Yeah, Altered Oaks. The middle tower is pretty great. Definitely my favorite place to hunt. Okay, so there's absolutely no way we don't spook things. Things are gonna go spooking everywhere the second we mess up a shot or take a shot too close to something else. Probably gonna have everything spook off and then we'll have to get down and roam around instead. What are you? Yeah, that's a female as well. Oh yeah, definitely Johnny. All these does. It's lovely. All of these lovely does. It's great. So with the feral hogs, their hitboxes are kind of strange. A lot of times it's difficult to drop them. You pretty much have to go for a brain or spine shot. See, this is the problem we're gonna run into. These does are getting close, and this is also getting close, so... Gotta wait for him to stop, but he might... Or hers to stop, but she might get too close to the others. Come on. Stop moving. Hurry up. There we go. This is gonna be pretty difficult to get perfect. Billy killed a 205? Oh my gosh. Did that actually happen? Did he actually kill a 205 whitetail? If so, poor Flinter. Okay, I need you right there to stay back, and I need you to come a little bit closer. But, of course, they're not doing that. Oh, there's a buck. Oh gosh, this is just terrible. So many does. Can I maybe get this? Nope, of course. Now these are probably spooked. Yep, of course. Lovely. Thanks, Classic. This is definitely what I wanted. What are you? A very average buck. 95 to 140. At least it's a buck, though. But all of the hogs that we wanted to take out spooked off, so that's unfortunate. Not really too much we could have done there, though, sadly. It was kind of lose-lose. Yeah, that's normal for Classic, Katie. Classic doesn't have as large of a fan base as Call of the Wild does. Because it's a much more, I guess, niche game. More hardcore. Older looking graphics. Those two things combined kind of make it so not as many people are as interested in it as Call of the Wild. Not really, Miles. Just a doe and then a female pig. Now we're just waiting for all of these to come in. No, it's not on Xbox. It's a PC-only game. From what I understand, the type of graphics engine they use for this game would not work with a console. To be honest, I'm surprised that worked. But I'll take it. Well, the problem with that, Lunar, is if it costs more to make it on console than they would receive in purchases, then it's not really worth it for them. And because of how difficult it would be to put a game like this on console, it would most likely end up being way more expensive than they could possibly, like, make back. Colton, thank you for the super chat, my dude. Much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you've been having an awesome day. Hopefully everything's been going good for you. Yeah, Lunar. It's unfortunately just one of those things where it wouldn't be worth it for them. Which is unfortunate. Because there is a lot of people that would want to play it on Xbox and PlayStation, but sadly they would probably lose money trying to put it on there. And at the end of the day, they are a business, so they gotta focus on making money first. Got that buck down. Now we can focus on this hog right here. I'm hoping to see a couple more bucks pop out at some point. Is this one of the ones we spooked? I think it is. Maybe. To be honest, I can't tell. Take that guy down. Well, I think that's good enough for the tower. We'll probably start walking around now. Just go ahead and grab everything real quick. Classic 2.0 with updated graphics would be fire. It would. That would be a great, great game. I really just want a game that plays like Classic but has Call of the Wild's graphics. That would really be like the perfect game. And has like some different features from Call of the Wild. Like keep the good parts of Call of the Wild and then improve the parts that aren't as good. Hey, John, how's it going? Yeah, we are on Classic indeed. Felt like coming back here and trying to chase down some nice trophy whitetail. Yes, Logan, you can. Are you gonna do another fishing live? Maybe later tonight. You know, I've actually been very, very surprised as how many of you guys have actually enjoyed the Fisher Online streams. Last night we had 118 people in here watching me play a fishing game, which I never would have expected. Considering this channel was built off hunting games, I was very, very surprised to see that many people enjoying Fisher Online, but it seems like quite a few of you enjoy it, so we'll definitely do more streams of that. In fact, I think I'm like 30,000 XP off of being able to go to the first true saltwater location. I finally have almost got up there. I'm at level 21 right now, 30k off of level 22. I know I'm not going to do Fishing Planet. Not a fan of Fishing Planet's progression system. It takes way too much time, and I don't feel like putting that much time into it. A Fishing Planet, it always feels like I'm forced to fish for the fish that give the most money, instead of the fish that I'd actually like to fish for. So I just don't play Fishing Planet. Yeah, I'm excited for that, John. Dying Light 2 is going to be a fantastic game. From what I've heard, there have been people that have got to playtest it, and it seems like a lot of the things that were annoying or bad about Dying Light 1 have been ironed out, and Dying Light 2 is apparently like 10 times better than Dying Light 1. I'm really excited for it. That's going to be a pretty awesome game to jump into. It's been good, Meme Blocks. It's been pretty good. Hopefully Ultimate Hunting can do that or close to it. Yeah, I hope so. I still am I'm cautiously optimistic about pretty much everything relating to Ultimate Hunting. I want it to be good, but because they have not shown us any gameplay, I'm still a little skeptical. Just because we've been tricked by games in the past many, many times. But supposedly they're close to having a trailer done. So hopefully we'll get to actually take a look at Ultimate Hunting and see some real gameplay from it. Because that will be the deciding factor for me as to whether or not it's going to be a good game. And whether or not I should get excited for it once we see some actual gameplay. Got a doe over there. Any tips for Call of the Wild? I mean, you got to be a little more specific than that. Like, what kind of tips are you looking for? Like, what are you doing that you would like tips on? Or, like, you got to give me a little more to go off of than that. Yeah, I should probably get it pre-ordered as well. Yeah, me too, Altered Oaks. That's kind of my worry too, is they've been telling us like all this stuff about the game. They've been telling us like all these things that it's gonna have, and it all sounds great, like, but it does make me worry a little bit that it might be too much to handle. Because I've seen this happen in the past with other games, Survive the Nights being the main one, where they promised so much. They promised so much would be in there on release into alpha, and when they released it, it only had like maybe 20% of what they promised, and it took them like 3 years to add all the stuff that they had promised. I'm just afraid that that might be the case with this, but we're never going to know until the game actually comes out. But, oh my gosh, that's a 111 mule deer antler. That would have been a 222. Holy. Would love to find that buck right now. As long as it's better than Hunting Sim 2, it'll be solid. I think it will be. Like I was saying, I think it'll be a good game. My question is, will it be as good as they're making it out to be? Like for Plains Bison? To be honest, Plains Bison is probably the only species on Silver Ridge Peaks and Yukon that I do not have a lot of knowledge about, because I don't really hunt them that often. I'm probably not going to do any multiplayer today, Erica. Probably not going to do multiplayer today. I just kind of feel like roaming around in single player and just kind of chilling with y'all, chatting with everybody. Nice, Jessica, that's awesome. That is the one rare that I still don't have for the Fallow Deer. Okay, I think this guy has been spooked at one point. Yeah, he's definitely been spooked. I don't think we're going to be able to bow him. And you know what? Let's just use the rifle. We use bows like all the time, so... That's not the neck bone I was going for. That is not the neck bone shot I was trying to hit. Well then. Not really, Logan. What 3 maps should I get other than Mississippi and SRP? Varhonga Savannah, Yukon, and Cuatro Colinas, probably. That's what I would say. Mainly because of the guns that you get from Yukon and Cuatro. And then Varhonga just because it's a great map. Rancho is also a pretty good option, and so is Tiawaroa. Actually, now that I think of it, Tiawaroa, Yukon and Varhonga are probably the 3 to go with. Because Tiawaroa gives the 303. Oh, you already have Varhonga? Then Yukon, Cuatro, Tiawaroa, I'd say. That little rabbit just chilling. Hey, Snosy, how's it going? I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Hey, Wheels, how's it going, man? Nice, Jessica. Yeah, don't ever get Medved. Medved's the worst map you could get. Medved is a no-go. It only has 6 animals. It doesn't come with any special weapons or anything. And a lot of the animals are very lackluster. Medved is probably like the last map I would buy. Well, let's see if we can get this guy to come in. That's an old track from our buck. It was just a little guy that we shot, so honestly, I'm just gonna leave him. Let's go towards this one they called. Yeah, true, I guess there is that Mission Diamond Albino, but... even I haven't tried to go for that. Well, meme, if you don't want to get muted, then don't repeat. You got timed out because you kept repeating the same message. You gotta follow the rules if you want to be able to chat. We don't play favorites here. Regardless of who you are, if you're breaking the rules, you're gonna get timed out. So just don't break the rules and you won't get timed out. Don't worry, golfing, I won't. I mean, this is my job. I'm not gonna just stop posting. I love streaming and making videos for you guys. And I'm extremely thankful that I'm able to make a living off of it and be able to do it full time. It's honestly just... It's honestly crazy. And it's all thanks to you guys watching the streams and watching the videos. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Only got Medved because you wanted diamond links. Yeah, I mean, I guess if there's a species that you want, that is also another reason to get a map. What's my thoughts on Parquet? Parquet's alright. The only problem I have with Parquet is that a lot of the species like red deer and like puma, there's better maps to hunt them on. The only reason I would get Parquet is for black buck, because they do have a really nice true racks. What's my favorite map on Call of the Wild? Mississippi Acres. Silveridge Peaks is my second favorite, and then Tiabaro is my third favorite because the red deer hunting is amazing. Down you go, little bunny. Yeah, true, that is a good part about Parquet is the missions. You do get some good stuff through that. Hey, Ryan, how's it going, man? Welcome back, Maddox. Alright, little bunny. And average. To be honest, those rabbits don't give too bad of cash. That's not bad. We're going to take a different route than normal. We're actually going to go this way. Okay, that's perfect. We got a mule deer right there. Yeah, SRP's a great map. For the longest time, it was my favorite. It was my favorite until we got Mississippi. Oh my gosh, that is much closer than I thought it would be. Oh my gosh, he swayed. No. He swayed as he was walking up. That's the worst. That is literally the worst. Ah, that's so annoying. Were any of the other ones good? I have no clue. Ah, that's the worst when they do that. That's actually a decent buck there. Alright, well, we're gonna follow because that was a good buck I just saw. At least 180. Thanks, Lucas. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it is nice that they're going to reduce the rain for Mississippi. Because that was one of the annoying things. Is that our buck right there? Or is that the whitetail? I think we found our whitetail. Yeah, the gators are awesome. The gators and the raccoons are by far my favorite thing about Mississippi. Though I really like the gray fox as well. And the eastern turkeys are beautiful. Overall, there's just a lot of things that make me love the map. Another reason I really like the map is the playstyle. Like, it's not as focused on drink zones. You can just roam the fields and have quite a bit of good luck. It's going pretty good, golfing. Going pretty good. Yeah, the Gray Fox are great, Maddox. They are great. What do I want them to add in the Hunter? In Classic or Call of the Wild? If you're talking about Classic, I'd like to see them add an Africa map. If you're talking about Call of the Wild, I would probably like to see... maybe... well, obviously I'd like to see a 308 rifle, but my top want for Call of the Wild is a separate game mode that's a bit more hardcore. I'd like them to add a second game mode that you can select that has no need zones, half the current population of animals, and it just overall plays more like Classic. That would be my dream for Call of the Wild, is for them to add a second game mode that's a bit more Classic-like. I currently have 3 Great One Whitetail. How did you not die from that? There's something over there. Just a feral pig. Or feral hog. Oh, that's a deer. Just a muley doe. Definitely been spooked. Now, the main reason that we're crouched right now is because I don't want to spook off this decent buck down here. And I have no clue like what direction they went. 1.5 male. Not bad. So this is about where we saw our buck run down. Yeah, True Johnny, an overhaul of the True Rack system would be nice. And also, I just want them to change the True Rack system to where it actually incorporates tine length and has stickers and drop tines. That would be great. Because then every deer wouldn't look identical. I've done face cam before, Zach. I've actually got probably like 15 or 20 videos on the channel with face cam. Just not really my thing. You know what? Just because. Hit it right in the toe. Yeah, non-tips would be great as well. To be honest, I don't remember, Zach. Not sure. I don't remember the names of most of my videos. When you've been making a video every day for, like, a year and a half, you kind of forget a lot of the videos you made. Honestly, the only thing I really remember is that it was around the time that True Rack's Mule Deer released. That was when I was doing it. Other than that, I don't really remember much else. Hey, that's our muley right there. That's the one that we smoked. Now, where is the 180 plus? Oh, there's a decent whitetail. There's a doe out there. Yeah, he's not really giving us a shot yet. Whitetail need like 30 plus diamond racks. That would be a lot of work. But it would definitely be crazy. I definitely wouldn't say no to something like that, but oh my gosh, the amount of work they would have to put into that. Yeah, I don't think we can really make a shot at all right here. This buck's kind of facing a weird direction. Just facing straight away from us. Which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. What weapon do I have? This is the engraved 308. There we go. I rank Tiawaroa number 3. Tiawaroa is a really good map, and if you plan on grinding red deer, then it's a must. Because it's easily the best red deer map. But if you're not really interested in red deer, then I'd rank it number 3. Yeah, I do my best, Katie, but it can definitely be difficult with a lot of people. 114, not a bad buck. I mean, not crazy, but not bad. Let's fast travel if we can. Has it been half an hour? Yes it has. Let's go to a better area for muleys. A lot of times I'll get mule deer out in these fields. So I've always liked having a tent right here. Because I've had some pretty decent mule deer bucks over in this area. Including a couple non-typical whitetail even. Rank all the maps? Oh gosh. Let's see. So, number 1, Mississippi Acres. Number 2, Silver Ridge Peaks. Number 3, Tiawaroa. Number 4, Rancho. Number 5, Virhonga Savannah. Let's see if I can even remember all the maps. Number 6, Layton Lakes. Number 7, Quattro. Number 8, Yukon. Number 9, Parquet. Number 10, Hirschfelden. And number 11, Medved. Yeah, Johnny. I don't know. I really like the pheasants. I like the pheasants a lot. I like the bobcats even more. And it's easily the best map for coyote, mule deer, and whitetail. Like, Rancho has a lot of really good mule deer and coyote hunting, and not a lot of people really even seem to go for them. Like, I joined so many servers where there's no mule deer zones, even though it's easily like the best mule deer map. You can get so many mule deer in such a small area, and they're in like very good locations as well. Same with the coyotes. Like, you can get 10 coyotes on top of each other in a very open zone. It's pretty great. Have you actually checked out your coyote and mule deer populations, Johnny? Yeah, it's just not as interesting to me, Jeff. It's a good map, but I just like US maps better. And I also like red deer better, so Tiawaroa makes top 3 for me. And honestly, Tiawaroa's got some of the most interesting species. The feral goats are one of the more realistic things they have in the game. They look basically identical to the real-life counterparts. And then you've got the Sika deer, which are just a ton of fun. They also have one of the best-looking albinos in the game. There's like 7 different diamonds for the Sika deer, which is one of the largest varieties of all true rack species. And then you've got the feral pigs, which are really cool looking. And you've got the chamois, which can be quite a bit of fun to hunt as well. Overall, like, Tiawaroa is a very underrated map in my opinion. A lot of people overlook it. Even though it's by far like one of the largest varieties in species. And just like different species. No other map has species quite like it. And then with the red deer, it's easily the best red deer map. I've many times been able to kill 60 red deer an hour. Which is great if you're red deer grinding for the great one. Like all those things combined makes Tiawaroa a top 3 map for me. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what your estimate is. Oh, Okay, and now that I look at that estimate, I kind of want to shoot you in the air. This is not going to go well. Like, I can already tell. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it! Alright then. Please tell me this is a leaderboard pheasant. I don't know if that tail's looking good or not. I think that tail looks decent. I think that's a good tail. At 2.8 kgs. 28, oh my gosh. Holy. We just bow shot a 28 scoring pheasant. I think that's my personal best pheasant. I think that actually might be my personal best pheasant. Maybe at least? Okay, so I'm not going to tax it yet, because I actually don't know if it's my best. I'll tax it afterwards if it ends up being my personal best pheasant. For now, we'll take a trophy shot of it though, because that's crazy. That is like a nice pheasant. And we got it with a bow. That's amazing. I'm happy with that. Come on, little dude. Go in the right direction. I mean, that kind of looks okay. It was just like turned a little bit. Yeah, it's alright. I'll take it. Okay, the finger poking through is gonna bug me. That's better right there. Yeah, it's... the thumb still. Boy. That thumb is gonna bug me. Okay, that's the best we're gonna get. That is the best we're gonna get. But, that's a really good pheasant. I'm happy with that. We'll just go with no filter for this one. Not bad. That is a really cool way to take down a really nice pheasant. Yeah, that's the tweed hunting outfit. It gives like really good protection, or not protection, but visual reduction for deer and rabbits. Same for scent reduction. So I've been using this one. It's great for places with lots of deer and rabbit. It is interesting looking though. Alright, so let's check the leaderboard. I actually want to see what the leaderboard pheasants are like right now. I'm assuming 29. Yeah, wow, actually 28.7 is what number 100 is. That's actually a really big pheasant I just got. Let me see what my personal best is though. Let's see. Personal bests. Where is a pheasant? Yes, that is my first 28 scoring pheasant. Okay, so that is tax worthy. That is 100% tax worthy. Let's just get that taxed real quick then. There we go. Alright, I went ahead and taxed that pheasant. That's easily the best one I've killed. Not quite leaderboard, but that's a really nice pheasant. Now hopefully we can find a really nice mule deer. That would just make this even better. Ever been in Call of the Wild and get lost? Only on new maps. Yeah, it's crazy, Johnny. 190 of those being mountain lions. That's wild. Yes, Kramer. Black Buck Truax have been out for months at this point. They got released the same time that, the Bloodhound did. First wildebeest was a crowned. That's really good. Crowned wildebeests are pretty rare. They are one of the most rare things in Call of the Wild. Not necessarily like spawn chance wise, but just because they're only on females, and a lot of times people don't shoot the females, so they don't really have a chance of getting a crowned respawn. But because of that, it makes it so they're very uncommon to see. Like, I've only seen one crowned wildebeest my whole time playing, and it was when I first started YouTube. Hey, Carter, how's it going, man? Welcome. Hey, Mel. How's it going? Mel, you just barely missed the biggest pheasant I've ever killed. A 28.1, and we shot it midair with the bow. We legit shot it with our snake bite here. My biggest pheasant ever, and we bowed it. I was pretty happy with how that went. I was going to shoot it on the ground, and then I looked at the estimate, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a huge estimate for that pheasant. And sure enough, it ended up being my best one. You know, honestly, these yellow glasses are a lifesaver for low light areas. I don't remember who told me about them, but a while back somebody in chat was telling me to get them, and they are great. Big fan of them. Okay, so there's coyotes near, apparently. I've got the coyote collar. Let's see if we can find them first. Yeah, you just barely missed it hunting and fishing. Hey, Billy. Yeah, it was a bow shot. To be fair, though, I shot it right after it took off. So it wasn't exactly moving super fast. But, I mean, still a bow shot in the air, right? Even if it was right after it took off. Yeah, Erica, you missed a 28.1 scoring pheasant. Because caps are obnoxious, Polaris. That's why. Can level 4 mule deer make diamond? So they can, but it is such a low chance that you rarely see it. It's probably like maybe a 0.001% chance for the biggest level 4 rack to make diamond. Most of the time it'll be a few points off. But on very, very rare occasions where True Rax decides to work in your favor, they can make it. I've seen a couple that have been able to make it, but it's very rare. Welcome back, golfing. You missed a 28.1 scoring pheasant. What's my favorite whitetail great one rack? So the one that I like is actually the least common one from what I've seen, or one of the least common. It looks almost like a typical whitetail, but just with like twice as many points. It's kind of hard to explain what it looks like, but it's a really cool one. And then my second favorite is probably the cluster rack. And then after that, probably the drop tine one. No, I've never played VR. Don't have a VR headset. Oh, you like the like 50-50 rack? To be honest, that's not its own rack. That's like 2 racks combined. For some reason, a lot of people seem to think that that is like a separate rack, but all that happened there was that it hit in between 2, so it took 1 of each and put them together. Like, let's say the, whenever a deer is like spawned, the game like chooses a score for it, right? It'll choose like a score and a weight. And, if it hits like the right weight, sometimes it will be like in between 2 different racks, so it just goes half and half. I hopefully that made sense. Yeah, Johnny, I mean, it could be based off of it, to be honest. They do loosely base all of the racks off of real life ones. Like the small rack Great One Red Deer is based off of one of the ones taken at the Cordona Safaris or whatever it's called. Wonder if we'll find any more big male pheasants here. That's a decent one, 21 to 27. I think this is the last one. 20 to 26. Okay, so none of those are really worth taking out. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen any deer over here. Normally, this area is loaded with muleys and whitetail. Holy. Had to mute my mic for a second. Crazy sneezing fit. Yeah, Gannon, I remember you. Welcome back, Lunar. You know, honestly, that's not too unlikely, Johnny. Like, there's a chance that they might do a second Great One for whitetail at some point. They did mention that there might be certain species that have multiple Great Ones at some point. And so honestly, I wouldn't put it past them to do a second whitetail one. What rare fur type would I want on a Great One? To be honest, probably the fabled piebald, just because it's only on Great Ones. So I'd be pretty happy with that, because it's a unique fur type that only the Great One can have. And for that reason alone, I'd want it. Second would probably be albino. I don't know. As much as I like melanistic whitetail, for some reason, I just don't like the Great One with melanistic as much as I do albino and fabled piebald. It's weird, because I normally love melanistic the most for all species. But I don't know. The Great One just looks better as a fabled piebald or an albino. But I mean, I wouldn't complain with any rare fur type. I'd just be happy to get one, because that is incredibly rare. Best gun in the game? In Classic or in Call of the Wild? Since we're kind of talking about both, which one are you referring to? Really? You spooked? Okay, that's great. You know, normally they give you a chance to shoot them, but not that guy. He's too smart for me. You think they'll add drop times to whitetails? At some point they probably will. I know for a long time they were talking about how once they got done adding Truex to every existing species that they would start working on like non-typicals and drop tines and stickers. So maybe. As for when, it's kind of hard to tell. They still got to finish all the Truex species on Virhonga, and then I'm sure they'll start working on it. You know, honestly, let's do a different map for a bit. Kind of over Logger's Point. Hey, Kyla, how's it going? You missed us bagging this bad boy right here. 28 scoring pheasant. Midair with a snakebite bow. I was pretty happy with this one. Big male pheasant. Alright guys, I'll do it this time. I'll open it up to you guys. I'll open it up to everybody on Timbergold. Let's do multiplayer. We'll do 6 people because I've found that having 8 sometimes gets a bit cluttered. Let's go to 11. That's usually the best time for me on here. Gross Timbergold. Hey now. I've had some pretty good trophies off of here recently. Timbergold's great. I love it. It's a beautiful map. Alright, so. Game name Scarecrow. Password is Crow. Feel free to join in. Just remember to stay at least 500 meters away from other players. Because 500 meters is the spook range for rifles. So if you're using a rifle, stay 500 away. Yeah, Kyla. That's crazy, honestly. I don't think I've ever killed a melanistic besides a female moose. Like, I'm pretty sure my only melanistic is a female moose. Alright, let's get changed into our Timbergold loadout. Get the other snakebite, though. We're gonna need to buy some more Cupid arrows. I don't have enough camping supplies. Okay, so I gotta grab those real quick. There we go. Alright, now let's buy some Cupid arrows. How rare is an albino Rocky? Very rare. Probably one of the more rare things to find. Alright, there we go. I just bought a bunch of the Cupid arrows. Let's get all those equipped. That's the backpack one. Do that, that, and one more. Perfect. A white rock is pretty rare. Definitely, those rocks are crazy. Alright guys, we got 2 people in here, so that means there is still 3 spots available feel free to join in. How do you get so much storage? You gotta purchase all the different items that give you storage. I forgot the name of them. But there's a few different things you can purchase. I think one of them is literally just called extra storage. Let me look. But you basically go into the upgrade category in the store, and then you can purchase the increased capacity, small equipment pouch, 4, 5, and 6, and the small weapon holster. It's pretty expensive, but it's definitely worth getting. What's my favorite gun in Call of the Wild? The 6.5. Password is Crow. Password is Crow. Name of the game is Scarecrow. Yes, Classic is PC only. Oh, no worries, Caden. Hey, Gunner, how's it going, man? No, currently the light brown turkey are bugged on, Call of the Wild, so they're overspawning. Nice, B-boy, that's awesome. Yeah, I am only, PC. I don't play Xbox or PlayStation. I only play PC. Nice, Gunner, that's awesome, dude. Hey, I mean, at least it's a diamond goose, Lunar. Do you think they'll add a great one mule deer? Possibly. They might do it one of these days. No, because Classic is not on Xbox, it's only on PC, so you can't actually join if you're on a different platform, because it's not on those platforms. It's only on Steam. Hey, don't you call right below me. But anyway, yeah, I think eventually they will add a Great One Mule Deer. I definitely think that would be a good option. How long did it take to get my great ones? A very long time. So for the first great one whitetail, it took me 3,700 kills. The second one was much easier because it was an initial spawn on Layton when they did the population redistribution. So that one didn't take a long time, but the first one was 3,700 kills. And then my third great one whitetail, I think it took like 3,000 kills to get that one. And then for the great one red deer, it was 3,088 kills. So it took quite a long time for most of them. I mean, I think you're just getting a good streak, Katie. You get on streaks like that sometimes where you're just finding lots of diamonds and rares. It happens for me with a lot of the red deer grinding. I will go on streaks of like not finding anything for like 300 or 400 kills, and then I'll get like 5 diamonds within like 200 kills. So it does come in waves like that sometimes, where you'll just find like a bunch of good stuff. You know, I'm actually really surprised at the lack of animals around this tree stand. Typically, there's a lot more. Hey, Ormy, how's it going, man? We actually did get one really nice trophy. We got a 28.1 scoring pheasant with the snakebite bow. So that's been our best thing of the day. But unfortunately, Timber Gold is not really doing the same thing. Typically, once I fast travel to this stand, I usually have just like a constant flow of mule deer and elk, but we've had one female elk for this first 5 minutes. Quite unfortunate. I'm thinking about just moving around, honestly. I might just go like, I don't even know what direction. Maybe through here? Those lakes typically have some muleys. Hey, Matthew, how's it going, man? Just picked up a brown hybrid goose that is definitely not brown hybrid. Yeah, that is a bug currently. I actually had a light gray leucistic that showed up as a common, but then when I actually taxed it and went into the lodge, it did show up as a light gray leucistic, so it's just like a visual bug. Once you actually get into the trophy lodge, it will be what it says it is. Yeah, it was in the air, Ormy. It had just took off, and so I took advantage of that like brief moment where they're moving slow in the air. I was honestly really surprised that it worked out. I think that's the first pheasant I've ever shot midair with a bow, and it just happened to be my personal best pheasant as well. Yeah, sometimes the same, Kyla. I think I've found a lot of my big trophies moving around, except the 200. The 200 I found just sitting in Middle Tower. Because why wouldn't I? Of course, the biggest, best trophy of my life I would find while doing missions in a tower. What color is a Lu variant? For what? Because it's kind of based off the species. Each of them have like their own little differences that make them look a little bit different than other species. Nice, Carter, that's awesome, dude. Nice, 3 creeper. I've had that happen a couple times on the grind. It's always really nice when that happens. So I'm really hoping that we can get a big non-typical mule deer. That's kind of my reasoning for doing timber gold and loggers a lot, is wanting to get either another big non-typical mule deer or a big non-typical whitetail. Primarily the mule deer because I don't know if you guys have seen them before, but the 400 scoring mule deer, they're probably one of the rarest things in the game, but they are the most stunning trophies. Like, there are some really just amazing looking 400 mule deer. Hey, Uno Hunter, how's it going, man? Where's this muley? Where's this thing chilling? That's a rock. Where's this muley? It definitely didn't run off from what I could see. I never heard it bound off or anything. Very, very strange. There is a chance it might be stuck. I have had that happen before where they get stuck on something. Would not be surprised if that's the case. Okay, there's one of his tracks, so I don't think he's stuck. Maybe he's literally just like looped around us. That definitely could be a possibility as well. You been getting ghost calls? Weird. I think in this case right here, I think it just went in a path that I didn't expect it to, and so we never saw it. That's a really old track, actually. That's like a super old track. Most likely walking behind a tree directly to you? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. It's only a 75 to 105 track, so it's not too big of a deal if we don't find it, but it's just really strange. It just disappeared. Yeah, this is very odd. I already answered that, golfing. Don't repeat. Don't repeat the same thing. I already told you what my favorite rifle is. It's the 6.5. I answered that like probably 20 minutes ago. Okay, so that's a fresh track right there. It definitely had to have spooked off then, right? There's no way it hasn't. Yeah, it's probably spooked off, honestly. I'm not gonna worry about it. Hey, Kylie, how's it going? Password is Crow. It's alright, golfing, just don't repeat the same thing. Two light gray leucistics, one flock after another. Nice, Lunar, that's awesome. I actually had some luck like that the last time I played, which was before they broke. I had, I think, like 3 of them within like 30 minutes. Gotta love when you get those little streaks of just like rare after rare. It's always nice. Is it just me, or does this map seem pretty dead? We're not really seeing a lot of stuff getting harvested. There's been like, what, maybe 3 animals killed? I think we got a really dead Timber Gold map. Not a lot of stuff being shot. And you would think that between 6 people, more than 3 animals would have been shot in the first, like, 15 minutes. I think we've got an unlucky spawn. Well, the question now is, what do we do? I'm thinking we walk the river, maybe? Honestly, I don't even know. We'll probably head over to this lake and just see what we can find on the way over. Yeah, it definitely seems really dead. Multiplayer's failed. What? I know, right? For the first time ever, we have a dead multiplayer map. To be honest, I haven't paid attention to them, Noah. I have not watched football since 2014. So, not really sure. It did, Kyla. This old Timber Gold just not producing the way it did the other day. I guess Timber Gold's probably like, alright man, we already gave you a 220s mule deer. You don't need anything else. Go back to loggers. You know what's wild? After coming back to Classic, playing it the last few days, only good thing I've got was that 224 muley. Actually, I take that back. I did get a 181 scoring whitetail right next to a 170 scoring whitetail. So I guess that was also good, but those are the only good trophies I've got since I came back to Classic. Nice, 3 Creeper, that's awesome, dude. I know they're not going to add Classic to console. It would probably cost more money to put it on console than they would make back from the people purchasing microtransactions. They probably would not make their money back, so it's unfortunately just not worth it for them. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just auto walk real quick and take a quick restroom break, so I'll be right back, guys. Well, I see I married a rock while I was gone. That's lovely. Alright, guys, I'm back. How's everybody doing? I haven't abandoned you, I promise, Ormy. I'm here. The beautiful intro song? Indeed. What happened while I was gone besides, apparently making out with a rock? How's everybody been? There's a couple calls? Well then. Rest in peace is me. Gotta love them rocks? I know, right? The rocks are the best. That's it, just the 2 calls? Feels bad. Feels bad. What am I drinking? It is a Michelob Ultra. Hey, we got an elk. We got ourselves an elk. There we go. Alright, little elk. Come over here and show us your 400 scoring rack, please. That'd be lovely. Such a smart deer walked over to this map and knowing nobody would hunt whitetail there. Don't run, do missions? Yeah, that's pretty much the best tips you can have. That is very good tips indeed. Okay, we need to get out of these trees. This is just a recipe for disaster. Let's get out of these trees immediately. Yeah, Sean. It's been interesting. There's another elk over there. That's a bull, I think. No, it's a cow. That is a cow as well. Alright, dealt with her. Now we can actually focus on that bull. Wherever he may be. Okay, that's one of the dead ones from the wolves. Female. Female. Where's that bull? He should be somewhere over in these trees. Oh. Oh, you actually are a decent one. A 295 to 480 on the estimate. How many back tines does it have, though? I don't see a lot of back tines. I think it's maybe 1. Possibly 2 back tines. That's a good bull, though. It'll be probably mid 300s. Please be a rare. Nah, it's just a regular. That's a good bull, though. Not bad. $12 back tines? Yes, please. 12 back tines is what we need. Nice, Latasha, that's awesome. The piebald gators are great. Do I prefer coffee or tea? I guess it really depends on the day. In the morning, coffee. If it's like any other time of day, tea. But to be honest, in most cases, I'd rather go grab a beer than have a tea, so... There we go. Long range. Nope, she turned. Okay, well, that's kind of how I expected that to go. Let's see how this bull is, though. Mix them problem solved? You're right. I'll have a Michelob tea. Oh gosh. That'd be weird. Honestly, that's not a bad bull. And the single back time's gonna hurt the score, but... Probably mid 360s. Yep, that's definitely mid 360s, exactly like I was saying. 366, that's not a bad one. Not quite trophy shot worthy for my standards, but still a good bull. Definitely the best thing we've seen today, besides that pheasant. I am 23, Kylie. Beer tea. Yeah, it's the best thing ever. Not really. It would probably taste awful, but you never know. I don't know if you've ever heard of twisted teas, Kyla, but they're basically like, it's basically like a hard tea lemonade mix. It's pretty good, to be honest. They're not too bad. Modern problems require a modern solution. Indeed. Been looking for a level 9 red deer for 2 weeks, and finally got it, and it's a troll. That's unfortunate, Bass Slayer. You hate them? What? How? How could you hate them? How can you hate those, but like the Mike's Harder lemonades? That's what I gotta know. Hey Joshua, how's it going? I don't think I've had that one, Sean. So far out of all the different beers that I've tried, I've honestly liked the Michelob Ultras the best. When it comes to like regular unflavored beer, I like the Michelobs. Coors is okay, but from what I've had, I like the Michelobs the best. Although I do like some Bud Light Lime. Yeah, I'll have to give it a try. I have heard of it before, so... At some point, I probably will try it. What's my favorite, Classic or Call of the Wild? Definitely Call of the Wild. Like, Classic's good, but Call of the Wild, there's just a lot more that I can do with Call of the Wild content-wise. So it ends up being more enjoyable for me. Nice, Sean. Killed a 5 albino mule deer and it trolled. That's unfortunate. You haven't had a beverage in a hot minute? Really, Kyla? That actually surprises me. As far as the flavored beers go, though, I gotta say the Bush Apple is the best. Bush Apple is just, oh, so good. It is just, it basically tastes like apple juice. Yeah, but the thing is, there's a lot more you can do with Call of the Wild VPG. You gotta think it from like a content creator perspective. There are so many more video ideas that can come from playing Call of the Wild than playing Classic. Classic, it's just a matter of getting lucky and finding some trophies. With Call of the Wild, there is like a million different things you can do to make a video interesting. With Classic, it's kind of just like, we're going out to hunt with these guns, and we'll see if we can find anything good. That's pretty much every Classic video. That's why for me, like, Call of the Wild's always going to be the best when it comes to making videos and streams, because there's just so much more you can do. There's great ones, there's diamonds. There is, like, a very abundance of animals. So, like, there's never any dull moment when streaming it. In Classic, that you can go for like 20 minutes without seeing anything, which for a lot of people that can be boring to watch. And so from a content creator's perspective, Call of the Wild's much better for making content on. Besides Hirsch and Med and Miss... I mean, Mississippi's great for me. Medved and Hirsch, though, I can agree with. Yeah, Kyla only hosts maps for Flounder. Only Flounder gets to hunt on Kyla's maps. And then she gets a bunch of good trophies right in front of him, and he gets nothing. Yeah, I don't ever really host my Call of the Wild maps. I do host maps in Classic though, since it's a like a fresh population of animals every time. With Call of the Wild, there's like the need zones to worry about, and yeah, not everybody's courteous of need zones, so I don't ever host my Call of the Wild maps. Just too many people that don't pay attention to what they're doing. I hear a wolf, I think. I think I heard footsteps from a wolf. Yeah, I'm happy that the Bills lost, because I despise the Bills. As somebody who was a fan of the Patriots for the entire time that I watched football, I am so happy the Bills lost. Even though I don't even watch football anymore, I'm so happy that they lost. It brings a smile to my face. Alright, let's do a quick call from the Elk Call and see if we can get a elk to respond. I've never hunted this area before. Like, I've never took this path, so I really don't know what we're gonna come across. I think this area is good for mule deer, like from what I've seen from Who Cares videos. I'm pretty sure he's talked about this being like a good area for mule deer all through this these mountains here. But I really don't know. I know, that's crazy, Johnny. Like, based off of how they were when I used to watch it, I never would have expected that ever to happen. Beer only ruins your life if you become an alcoholic? Yeah, pretty much. So the thing about it is, like, it's all about moderation, just with anything. Moderation is the key. You don't want to overdo it with anything. And with, like, certain people, certain people can become addicted easier than other people. So that's also something that has to be taken into account. Oh, we got a buck. Was this thing following us the whole time? Okay, we gotta back up a little bit more. No, Elskill, I don't have the time to do it today. I'm gonna be, visiting my, mom for a little bit today. So, this will be the only stream, most likely. We might do another stream tonight on, Fisher Online, but other than that, there's not gonna be any Call of the Wild content today. If you guys have not watched it, though, I did upload a short of the world's smallest elk. So if you have not watched that, I would recommend checking it out. It's literally the smallest Rocky Mountain elk I think anybody's ever killed. Pretty sure I've killed the smallest one. So if you guys haven't checked that out, would recommend checking it out. Because it is the most impressively pathetic Rocky elk ever. It's amazing, honestly. Okay, so where's this guy even gonna come from? Where even is this muley? The roe deer elk, indeed. Gotta love the roe deer elk. Oh. Okay, it's moving a little bit this way. Yeah, it's gonna be like right in front of us. Alright, later, Echo. Yeah, it's understandable, Grub. Even I take breaks from, Call of the Wild from time to time. It's a good thing to do with any game that you play. No matter how much you love the game, it's always good to take a break so you don't get burned out. Alright, well that's our buck. It's honestly not a bad one. Not insane, but not bad. Nice, 3 creeper. Now the question is, how rough is this shot going to be to make because of the slope? This slope is going to make it difficult to get the shot perfect. We can probably make this, to be honest. There we go. I don't know if there's any other muleys, so I'm gonna kind of be careful. Gonna say he'll hit spine? Probably. Probably did. I doubt it, LS. It's kind of an expensive thing to go cross-platform when the game wasn't originally developed as a cross-platform game. It would be very, very expensive for them to do it. How about Blacktail Deer, Giancarlo? Blacktail Deer on White Hart Island. That's always a lot of fun. Oh, we got a grizzly bear behind us. Just a female, though. Yeah, it was decently close, Johnny. You don't like Whiteheart? Whiteheart's great, though. I love Whiteheart Island. It's a great map. Especially if you go to the Golden Tree Stand or the Crossroads or... there's that one spot on the South Island next to those lakes kind of in the middle. That area is amazing for whitetail. Yeah, you definitely need to, Kylie. You definitely need to give it a chance. I've had some of my coolest trophies off of Whiteheart. I got a really nice non-typical blacktail off of there. I think I had a piebald doe. I also had a 194 blacktail deer, I believe. Or maybe it was 195. And then like a 68 or a 69 scoring turkey. As well as a leucistic turkey. I've had quite a few good trophies from the... Oh, and also a melanistic cow elk and an albino cow elk. Off of the Golden Tree Stand. Golden Tree Stand is honestly just, like, amazing. Absolutely love that spot. Especially because I can just set it up and then edit a video while I wait for stuff to call. It's great. Nice, Giancarlo. Yeah, it's great. Had lots of cool trophies from it. Just found a max weight fallow deer track. Hopefully it'll be a diamond bass slayer. Nice, Smash. That's something I have not found in a long time as a rare whitetail. Or at least a buck. I have not found a rare whitetail buck in years. I think the last one I had was a little albino off of Red Feather Falls back in like 2017 or something like that. It's been a long time. Got a male grizzly. You know what? We'll honestly go after that. Nice, Katie. Oh, gotcha, Grubhub. I mean, to be honest, Grub, if you want to find a ton of animals on Whiteheart, just set up the Golden Tree Stand and you will have a constant flow of turkeys, blacktail deer, coyotes, elk. You'll have everything just running in like crazy. It is like such a solid location. I think that's one of the few places where I can easily bag like 20 animals in an hour. Yeah, we are approaching the 2-hour mark. I actually need to probably wrap things up shortly. Hey, a mushroom. Nice. Where's this bear? There it is. Did I not reload this? There we go. Grizzly bear down. Final kill of the stream, probably. Yeah, Golden Tree Stand really doesn't have whitetail. It's primarily, you'll most likely see mainly blacktail and turkey. And then occasionally some elk and some coyotes. 25. Is 25 decent for the Grizzlies? I don't think it is. I think it's like 27 plus that's good. I don't remember, though. Let me check the leaderboards. Yeah, so on leaderboards, it needs to be like at least a 25.9 to make leaderboards. So this one's, it's not bad, but it's not insane. Alright, well, anyway guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it there. We got a couple cool trophies, that 366 elk, and then also the 28 scoring pheasant, so not too bad. That pheasant was honestly the highlight. I'm pretty happy about that. But until the next stream, I hope you guys enjoyed this one quite a lot. I appreciate everybody dropping in, and I appreciate all of the amazing support. We might have a second stream later tonight on Fisher Online. Possibly. Not 100% sure, but I'll let you guys know if I end up doing that. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.